Hi everyone, welcome back to another Cut Up Off with Chris. It's been a while, it's been about 2 weeks I think, maybe 3 weeks. Longest I've been away from my channel. As you can see, I've got a beard because work has been so busy. This is actually my second day off in the last 26 days or something. So I'm going to enjoy this shave, I'm going to get a head shave, I'm going to get my neck shaved. I already done my cheeks. And this is going for a little bit just out of necessity of lack of time basically. So I'm going to be using a soap which was very kindly sent to me along with a balm from a gentleman from Denmark named Jacob or Jakob, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. I think it's probably closer to the second one, but I'm not 100% sure. And that is, as you've seen from the name and the photograph, That Darn Soap in collaboration with Oleo Soapworks and That Darn Rob. I believe this is a coffee and wood scented soap. It almost smells like sort of like a, I can't really put my finger on it. There's a very slight coffee scent to it, but then there's a lot of sort of spices and herbs and things going on, and then there's a bit of wood in the background, and then it's got a cologne sort of scent. I can definitely smell the coffee. It almost smells like a chai latte, really. But it's really nice. As you can see, it's been used probably only once, I think, once or twice. It's still got all the ridges on there. And the brush for today, which hasn't been reviewed on the channel, hasn't been used on the channel at all, is this absolutely stunning brush made by Craving Shaving. Now, I was blown away when this brush was created and sent over to me. It was basically sent over as a gift from Charles over at Craving Shaving, just as a thank you. I mean, when he first started his channel, he came and asked me a few questions and I sort of helped out the best I could. I'm no master at YouTube channels, or especially shaving channels, but I've learned as I've sort of came along the way. But this brush is actually based on the SIRI logo for Apple. So if you've ever seen the SIRI logo from Apple, then this is what this brush is based on. Now he's got the smaller coins, I actually like it, and I'll tell you why. One of the main reasons I like it, a lot of these brushes have got clear resin in them, so you can see through the bottom of them, but you put a massive coin that fills the whole bottom of your brush, you don't really see through the brush. So now with these smaller coins that Charles is using, you can actually see how much of the brush is exposed in the bottom. And I don't think, to be honest, I think it looks better than the bigger coins. I really like it. It's got a 24mm, I think, Duranote from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. Really soft. I have been using this. I've used this 4 or 5 times so far, I think, and it's really nice. I just wanted to give it an outing with this lovely gift and this lovely gift. And you can see the ingredients on the soap are right there. Oh, what have I got here? Keep it going, Apple says. I'm just going to flick out most of the water and then straight into the soap. I'm really impressed with this brush. The handle's a lovely weight, it's got a lovely size to it, it feels great in the hand. But the knot, I've been really surprised with the knot. I wasn't expecting the knot to be so nice. Really, Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements, Douglas Smythe over there, and this, I believe it's his wife, Fran. They do make lovely products, they are nice people. They've had their ups and downs throughout the shaving community, but he's stuck around, he's stuck it out, and he's worked through it, and he'll never win everyone over. But I think he's won over a lot of the doubters and the haters. Now this is the duck fat base from Oleo Soapworks, so I'm expecting it to be a really nice lather. I'm going to load this brush really heavy and really enjoy this shave. I have just woken up not long ago as well, so I'm a little bit jaded. I had quite a few drinks last night, a few ciders, which I don't normally do, I hardly ever drink. So I'm a little bit worse for wear, so to speak. Now, personally, I haven't had the best of experiences with Oleo Soapworks. I think their base is awesome, I think it works really well. a lot of the scents, for whatever reason, whatever scent she uses, tend to react to my skin. But other than that, this is probably, to be honest, my favourite scent from Olio I've smelled. Right. Now I'm finding I've started using Michael Friedberg's technique of dripping the water into the brush. I went back to my old ways and I don't think it works as well. I personally think that his way works better. So as you can see, I've got a little hollow in the brush now. All you do is just grab some water with your fingertips and just literally just drop it into that hollow. It fills up, it holds onto the water, and you just tip it back on top. And you can watch the lather grow. Once you think it's stopped growing, which I think it has already, I think this soap has actually already absorbed it, just pop another bit of water in. I find it to be slightly less messy. The water in the sink stays cleaner for longer. It just works really well. And you can see that this lather is growing lovely. More water. Now, Olio soaps, especially the duck fat base, it loves to drink. It really does. So make sure you really hydrate this stuff. Now I'm going to stop pretty much there. It can take more water, but I am using a cartridge razor today, along with the above the tie. So I don't want it to be too fat, too thick, too fat, too thick. Otherwise I'm just going to clog up the razor. Well, actually I don't think I will, because this razor has really surprised me. But you can see how quality that lather is. Beautiful gloss to it. It's thick, it's dense, it's creamy. The brush is kite. And here we go. So I'm just going to start off with around the ears. With the above the tie. This is the Calypso R1. It's got a vintage, I think it's the Wilkinson sword blade in here. I think it might be the Persona, vintage Persona made in Glasgow. But this blade's been in there for ages now, and it still feels lovely. I have been keeping on top of my head shaves because I think, personally, growing a beard when you're a baldy guy, you need to keep your head shaved to make it look not scruffy. If you've got a bit of stubble coming through, it does generally look a little bit scruffy. Right, let's just check the lines. There we go. So round the ears are done, as you can see. And I'm going to move on to the cartridge now. This cartridge has really surprised me. I've heard people say they're not that big a fan of it, but this is I believe it's a rebranded razor, but it looks like that. It's got 5 blades on it. It's $6.50 for 5 blades, I think, and $6 for the razor, Australian, something like that. But it's cheap, and it really works. I think this is about the 9th shave on this cartridge, and I'm not joking when I say this, it feels silky smooth still. It's got lovely feedback for a cartridge as well, really nice feedback. The handle's not too heavy, so it doesn't sort of impede the shave at all. You can see there, the blades are absolutely chock-a-block. Just a quick flick in the water. Crystal clear. It never clogs. I never have an issue with it clogging at all, even with heavier growth. It's very fast, it's efficient. It gets me BBS very, very quickly. And best of all, I don't really get any irritation from it at all, ever. Right, we're nearly done. I am going to re-lather again. I'm just going to get into this water right here. Re-lather, finish off, move on to the neck, and Bob your uncle and Fanny Grant. So I do have a couple of bits in the pipework. My wife bought me something lovely for Christmas. Shaving related, surprise, surprise. And my mum bought me something as well, so I'm just waiting on those coming. I think I'll probably end up, I don't know whether I'll get the other one. One of them might not be here before Christmas. One of them definitely will be. But I'll probably be getting wrapped up and then opened on Christmas Day. That's the plan. See how good my willpower is when it gets delivered. Excellent soap. So far, no reaction, which is excellent. That's really good. None at all. Can't feel any burning or tingling so far. Not going to hold my breath because I know sometimes these things can just hit me all of a sudden. As you can hear, there's nothing left there. It just really does demolish the hair. It's got a pretty good pivot action. I mean, it's no, when you look at the new Gillette Fusion and things like that. It's not in that sort of build quality. But one thing I like about it is the big blade gap between the blades. I do believe that helps reduce any sort of excess or extra irritation that you might get from it pulling the hairs too close and actually tugging them too close to your skin. I'm also yet to cut myself with this. I don't actually honestly believe that I ever will. Those famous last words. Because it's just such a safe razor. As most cartridges are these days. Very, very difficult to cut yourself with a cartridge razor. The only real way would be to slide it sideways across your skin. But even then, most of them, I don't think this one does, but most of them have got some form of protection on the blade now that stops you from actually slicing your skin that way as well. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is squeaky clean BBS. It doesn't get much closer. Well, it doesn't get any closer than that. You can't feel anything. Beautiful. Right, I am just going to dip the tips again and just a quick dip into the soap again. Not much, because I don't need a lot more. There's loads in this brush still. And I'm only doing my neck. That's my wife messaging me. I took her out yesterday and got her an Apple Watch, a Series 4. And she just messaged me saying she absolutely loves it. And I'm stuck here with my Series 1, the Series 0, the very first Apple Watch. So I'm devastated. So here we go. It's like I say, it's not a very exciting shave. It's literally just the neck that we're getting done. Right, the calf, Christopher Bradley razor. It's not been seen on the channel for a while because I haven't been seen on the channel for a while. I've got a, I don't know what blade's in this, I think it's about 5th use on this blade as well. I just kept in because it's been so smooth. The Gillette 7 o'clock Super Platinum, which comes in the black pack. I think it's black, red and orange. And here we go. I've actually got 3 days growth, believe it or not. I know the beard sort of hides it. And all you guys out there with your YouTube channels that watch me, I have actually been watching quite a fair bit. I just haven't quite, for some reason, I know I'm watching the channel, I don't find time to comment. I just generally watch the channel, watch the video, and then that's it. But I do watch. I watched it. One of the ones I watched recently, which I really enjoyed, was Brown Man Shave. Shaves Carl shaving off his incredible 2 weeks of growth. I mean, his 2-week beard makes most men probably feel like a woman. I've never seen a beard like it. It was thick, as thick as thick. It looked about, some of the guys I know, that would have taken up 6 months, 7 months to grow. And he pumped it out in 2 weeks, easily. The scent on this soap is delicious. It's so nice. Really gourmand. It's very slick. It's protective. As you can see, I'm not getting any cuts, nicks or weepers or anything like that so far. I can't wait to really, in all honesty, give this brush a full face lather treatment and see how good the lather is. But I still stand by my original, way back, I'll out lather anyone with a synthetic brush if you're using natural hair. It is just better. It is a superior lather making experience. You can argue with me all day, every day, for as long as you want. But it's just simply better. I was trying to think of an analogy for it. And the only thing I could really come up with is cars. Vintage cars, to me, look better. In a lot of ways, they sound better. They're better built. They, in the day, performed very well. But if you take that vintage car into the modern era and put it up against a modern vehicle, any modern vehicle, pretty much every modern vehicle will outperform the vintage vehicle in every regard other than looks, style and build quality generally. The difference being is these brushes and these synthetic knots are built very, very well. And I can't honestly say that the vintage handles look better than the modern handles that you get these days. I think the modern handles look better. However, I do personally, my personal taste on look is that a natural hair fibre knot looks better. It is basically what wet shaving looks like, if that makes sense. When you mention it to someone, wet shaving with a brush, they see a bow hair brush, they see like that sort of look, that badger brush or whatever. Just going to have a quick check. That looks pretty good. I'm just going to spin it. Well, that was me done and dusted. I can't grumble with that BBS head shave. Pretty much a BBS neck shave as well. No irritation, no burn from the soap. Right, so a bit of sink into it. It's been a while, so I'm a little bit rusty. Rinse the brush out. It's just chock-a-block the ladder. What you want once you've rinsed your brush out, flick it quite hard, and you want it to look like it did before you lathered up, nice and uniform, no holes like that in it. It should just look lovely and uniform like that. And then you're ready to dry. What I normally do is I get the brush, I just flick it on a towel, which I think you can just see on camera. You should see a dark patch on you. It takes a good bit of the moisture out, dries it off, and as you can see, it looks perfect. I'm going to rinse the soap out now. So yeah, I was actually offered this set to purchase from Jakob quite a while back, but obviously family and new job and just everything just becomes too expensive. So I had to really reel in the shaving purchases big time. But he kindly sent it anyway. I don't even know how he got my address. I don't remember whether I gave it to him. I don't think I did. I'm really happy with that. Really, really happy. So the soap for today, actually, let me finish off with that darn balm. This smells phenomenal. This is like almost like a chocolate coconut latte. I don't know. It's like a latte, creamy, milky coffee with a slight hint of wood in it. It's beautiful. So one pump for the head. I'll put that under my neck as well. There's loads. One pump does loads. Wow. It smells incredible. Very different to the soap. The soap doesn't actually smell anything like this balm. Alright, and we're back. Internet issues all sorted. So I just used that damn balm. I was sort of saying what the scent was, and it is a beautiful coffee, creamy, sort of chai, bit of wood, cologne-y. It's really nice. And it just sits there just nicely. It's almost like It smells a bit like when you're in a nice coffee shop, that lovely smell. And it's quite invigorating, really, really, really nice, beautiful scent. I don't know how she's crammed that into this balm. It smells very different to the soap. The soap smells nothing like it. So anyway, let's get stuck into what was used. So it was that darn soap from Oleo Soapworks, and it was in collaboration with that darn Rob as well. The label, I don't believe the label's actually waterproof, I'm quite surprised. I think it might be. I've just noticed there's a few sort of little marks here from water that was sitting on it. But yeah, oh, it does smell very nice. So you can see the soap there, it looks like that. A lovely sort of caramelly colour. It does resemble the balm a little bit, but it's a little bit sweeter, a little bit more cologne based. It doesn't smell quite as coffee-like, whereas that balm is pure coffee. And the brush for today was stunning. I love this brush. It works beautifully. I love the colours. I love how he's got that real vibrant sort of pink in there. I know I can't really highlight it too much on the camera, but I'll do my best. Lovely little coin in the bottom. It's a flawless brush as well. There's no tooling marks on this brush at all. There's none. No striations, no scratches, no nothing. So he's definitely got that down pat. To be honest, there's no real bad artisan brush makers. I can't name any. They all make an amazing product, very unique to each other, and how they actually make them, the process of mixing the colours and things like that. And then you've got Leo Frio, who does a lot of combination work by joining a lot of different resins. They're just brilliant at what they do, they really are. 24mm Duraknot, I think it's 24, maybe 26 actually, it looks quite chunky. I think it might be 26mm Duraknot from Phoenix Artisan Accoutrements. It's very soft, it's very dense, it's got great scrub. There's no scritch or scratch with it, it just works very, very well. For the head shave, we had the Above the Tie Calypso R1, which is all aluminium build, and the Gillette Super Platinum Black 7 o'clock blade. And then this razor has really surprised me. It's cheap as chips. It's pretty poorly made. It is metal. It is like a cast metal that's just been coated with a chrome coating. But the cartridges are very, very good. You know, it pops off. It's a very, very basic sort of simple system. There's nothing difficult about it. Just a very, very nicely made cartridge. There's a great big blade gap between it all. It never clogs up. I never have any issues with having to scrape hair out of it or try and blast water through it to get the hair out. It just works really well, and I get perfect results with it. Literally perfect. I mean, there's no hair left. And the face shave was finished, or conducted, the neck shave should I say, with the carved Christopher Bradley razor. Yeah, I got the blades the wrong way around. That one had a Persona blade in it. This one's got the Gillette Super Platinum. But this is the B plate. My favourite plate, hands down. The B plate's my favourite. Yeah, it offers me, I can daily shave with it. It takes down 3 days growth like that, comfortably. And beautifully built, precision made. I am desperate to get my hands on a stainless version. I cannot wait to get my hands on the stainless. As much as the brass is very nice, it's very weighty. I think it does still look great. I'm just not a massive fan of brass. But the fact that I use this razor exclusively shows how good the razor is, considering I don't like the metal itself, the brass. I finished off with that darn balm, and it was an absolutely stunning shave all round, from dome to neck. Stunning. I mean, I've not even got any real redness, nothing at all. Wow. Vida's done a very good job with that soap. If you can get hold of it and you like gourmand scents, grab it. It is worth every single cent you get it for. I'm so surprised Jacob didn't like this. Obviously, it might not be big on gourmand. I think he said he actually just has too many gourmand scents. But that is stunning. The balm's amazing. It really is. Grab some if you can. Anyway, thanks very much for tuning in. Don't forget to like the video if you want, and subscribe to the channel if you want to see some more videos, I suppose. There will be more coming up in the very near future and right through again. I'll probably go back on a bit of a run once I get back on afternoon shift, which will be mid-January, but I'll try and squeeze in as many shaves as I can. I've really got, in fact this is my last day off, full day off before Christmas, so I've got 15 days in a row now where I'm going to be absolutely knackered. So I'll do my best to chuck a few videos on there, keep people interested, and hopefully show a couple of new products. There's not really much coming into the den, to be honest, but I'm looking forward to it nonetheless. You guys stay safe, drive safe, don't drink and drive. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.